They are times that failure does not just whisper, it screams. It doesn't just break what's outside you. It crushes what's inside, your confidence. You look around and realize everyone seems to be moving on, except you. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe things are not just working right now. Maybe your marriage fell apart. Maybe you gave your all to a dream, and it still was not enough. And now you feel like you are not enough. But let me tell you a real truth. Your failure is not your identity. Your setback is not your sentence. You are not broken beyond repair. You're just at the part of your story where God is about to step in. Losing everything somehow feels like the end. But what if it's actually the beginning? Because in the silence after the storm, there's no noise left to distract you. Just you, the ashes, and God. And sometimes, that's where true clarity is born. Because God does not speak through the chaos, He whispers in the stillness. He clears away what was built on ego, so He can anchor you in truth. So if everything's fallen apart, don't fear it. This is where the rising begins. Stay with me. You have to choose to get back up. Pause for a moment and think. Look around you. You'll begin to realize that everyone you admire, those who became truly great, were at one point faced with moments so crushing they could have given up completely. But they didn't. They made a choice to rise, to push through the pain and try again. Now it's your turn. Choose to rise and fight for your future again. Even if your hands are shaking, even if your heart is still bleeding, you don't have to feel strong to start. You just have to be willing. Willing to try again. Willing to believe that your story is not over, that you still have purpose, that the pain you have felt will not go to waste. And here's something most people won't tell you. You don't have to rebuild your life alone. God is still here writing your story, and He has not given up on you. Let's get a bit practical. Here's how you start rebuilding practically. Create a sacred space of silence. Every day, carve out time to be still. No phone, no noise, just you and God. Healing begins in quiet places. Write down what broke you. Get it out. The betrayal, the failure, the fear. Pour it onto paper. What you write, you release. Set micro goals. Don't try to fix everything overnight. Wake up early. Call that mentor. Read that one chapter. Begin to pour out your heart to Jesus in prayers. Begin to plan again. One small win a day. Begin to do this consistently. Then surround yourself with true believers, not mediocres and time wasters. You don't need people who clap for your pity. You need voices that speak life, correction, wisdom, and truth. Voices that remind you of who you are in Christ. Find purpose in service. When your life feels empty, pour into others. Volunteer. Encourage someone. Serve in your local church. In helping others heal, you start healing too. You think God is done with you, that He walked away because you failed? Listen, God uses failures more than He uses the perfect. He used Moses, a murderer, David, an adulterer, Peter, who denied Him. And they still changed the world. Because God does not call the flawless, He calls the willing. He doesn't see you as broken beyond use. He sees you as someone He can use because you've been broken. He doesn't waste pain. He turns it into power. You failed, but you are not a failure. You lost, but you are not lost. Your identity is not tied to your past. Your identity is anchored in what God calls you. Chosen, loved, redeemed, restored, victorious. Even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. So, lift your head. Your life is not over. Breathe again. Start small. Because when your life is in God's hands, failure is not the end, it's just the beginning of glory. Let this be your first step. Always remember that God still writes comeback stories. If this video spoke to something inside you, don't just scroll away. Drop a comment, I'm rebuilding, and share this with someone who's in the rubble. Because we rise together.